Fighting straight. Engage.
Well, Marvel Tokon Open Beta. It is over right now. As of this recording, it is Tuesday, is July 28th, and we're 2 days removed from the end of the Open Beta, which was the third one, right? Third one? Because I played the last one, and then I think there was one before that, and I only think they did 3. This was your first one, right?
Yes, this is my first beta because we'll go into why, because this was a open beta for one, and also it was PC included.
We'll talk about that. We will talk about that.
We will talk about the PC part soon.
We will talk about personal computers. But yeah, so I don't know. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? Because like I said, I'm going to be speaking from the perspective of, like, you know, the differences from the last time I played to this time, whereas like for you it's just totally brand new. So now, how about you go first? You go first. You go.
Oh, okay, you want me to go first?
Yeah. That way I can just maybe highlight just little differences. So yeah, go ahead.
So overall, the beta was an interesting one for me because, like I said, since it was open one, like anyone can join. So we all got to experience the joy of this amazing fighting game, and I heard about things with this game. You know, very, let's just say, not too negative, but more like concern for the game with its gameplay and how it felt. And with this beta, I think everyone usually is on the side of it's gotten better, it's improved a lot gameplay wise. You know, some small things here and there that maybe could be changed, but I think that's like preferences, you know, on how you play a fighting game.
Yeah.
But the problem that everyone had, well, most people had, that we can all agree with, is the PC port had some issues. and I mean, like, granted, my PC, the CPU is pretty solid. The GPU not so much. But
the hesitation.
I was thinking, from my perspective, you know, I know Arc System works. You know, I played some of their fighting games, and I even played them on the PC. You know, I was trying to get into Strive. I only messed around a little bit, but that ran pretty smooth. Granted, now this is a tag fighting game, so there's a lot more stress and a lot more, you know, things going on with 4 characters. So I was like, okay, maybe it might have some issues, but hopefully not. But let me tell you, from my end, I know it was my PC let me down. So I had a very jank experience, and when I mean jank, like, the game was not running good at all.
Yeah. So okay. So about the whole PC thing. So just to clarify for you guys, he was on PC. He had a PlayStation, but he didn't have it at the time. Later switched to one. We'll get there, but he started off on PC. I have a PS5, so we definitely got to experience the same beta, but 2 sides of the same beta, and it's night and day. It's like Earth and like negative Earth on a different universe. It's just, they're not even relatively remotely the same. So we got to experience that, but you weren't the only one, because now that I'm reading, like, I got on FGC Twitter, which was a really bad idea, but I got on FGC Twitter, and a lot of people upset about the PC experience. So it's not just your PC. I think it was just all across the board. I think even the devs, I think it was it was the Marvel Tokon page. I don't know if it was ArcSys, but I think it might have been, you know, maybe like Sony or something like that. I don't know. So somebody tweeted on the Marvel Tokon page, and they're like, "Oh, we PC players, message heard. We understand that it was just straight up ass, like swamp Shrek ogre ass. You know what I mean? We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna address it. So it wasn't just you as far as the PC goes. But once you did switch to your PlayStation, you were a whole different man. This man stepped into the he was Clark Kent with the glasses, and then when he switched to the PlayStation, he took the glasses off, and he was completely transformed after that, man. He was a believer.
Oh, trust me.
He was a believer.
So, but yes, as we were saying, the PC did have issues, and granted, like I said, I look into like the specs of what is required for the game, and I was thinking like, okay, it is a bit rough, but technically, if I run everything at the lowest setting, right, I should be able to play the game. Trust me, nothing worked. Nothing worked. And granted, I think that is so part of that is my PC, but from looking at everyone's perspective, you know, there's definitely some optimization issues with the PC in general, so that didn't help.
It was bad.
That didn't help like eliminate like, is it my PC or not? And trust me, a lot of people had the same issue. Some of them had like way better, you know, PC specs, so they were like, you know, I have a great PC, like why is it still running, you know, bad?
Yeah,
like in 50, 40, 30 frames, right?
But even
and
then,
that really mattered. Really,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that really matters because like this is a fighting, like every frame matters. You know, like it's not like, you know, Call of Duty or any other just generic game where it's like it may stutter and all that, but for the most part the game is just gonna be like, okay, well, your shot might be off by a bit or whatever, or it might be a little bit of delay, but it's still manageable, right? But for me, like fighting games are very precise, like every input matters to get, you know, your combos and all that, because if the timing's even off, that usually causes you to drop your combos.
It was I mean, you don't have to like really convince anybody, because I mean, just like take it from like, you know, trust us, bro, trust us. Emo and I, we play, he's like my buddy when it comes to fighting games. So usually if there's any fighting game I play and I want like steady, reliable, just like games anytime, anywhere, like it's with him. So we've played pretty much almost every fighting game that we within the past almost 10ish years. Holy crap, we've known each other for a long time. But we play fighting games together, and we've always had like really good connections. Like, you know, some games are, you know, a little more like Dragon Ball, but they're still pretty good. You know what I mean, as far as connectivity goes. But dude, when we did crossplay with this game, it was rough. Hey, yeah, it's a beta, blah blah blah. But you know, just it is something to keep in mind. You know, for the PC users who didn't play the beta, you know, just didn't have the time to play, PC was really, really rough. They said they were going to address it. They said they're aware. However, it doesn't mean that it's going to get resolved, because as much as we would like to believe our devs when they say, oh, we'll fix it, and as much faith as we'd like to have sometimes, there have been some times where it just don't happen like that, man. Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Luckily, I do believe in Arxis that they will fix it.
Yeah.
My only problem is how long it will take them to fix it.
And that is true.
And that's why I say I feel your pain, like PC players. I think like I do not get on my PlayStation ever again. Like, only this beta made me realize how important it is to have my console when it comes to fighting games, because it is just optimized for that. You know, it's nothing but clean inputs and all that for the most part, you know. So like having your PC, which could have like, there could be a lot of things that could go wrong, you know, with it, like connections, you know, like your GPU,
background stuff, you know, other clients, and just just all that stuff.
YouTube up, you could have something up. Discord could be making, you know, everything go crazy. You know, your memory could be being all used up by your browser. Your CPU tends could be going crazy, a lot of stuff. And the console, it's like, it's just designed for gaming.
It's dead,
it has one job. So there's nothing coming in between the game and the console. It's just, that's all it's designed for. It's gonna 9 out of 10 work.
Yeah, but
So that being said, like, so that's why I can understand, like, if you play the PC beta and you're feeling kind of iffy, that is understandable. But trust me, when I switched over to PlayStation, it was night and day. It was like me coming from the moon back to Earth, like, being grounded into reality. Like, this is what a fighting game feels like. Yes.
yeah, man. It was a good time. Yeah, because like I said, I played the last beta that they did, the closed one on PS5, and it felt pretty good as far as connectivity goes. I didn't have any issues with like the netcode or anything like that. But then when I played this one, Emo had told me, he's like, dude, I don't know, this is not looking good. And I was just like, whatever. I was expecting, like, sure, maybe like DBFZ levels of latency. I was like, okay, if that's what it is, then sure, I get it. Whatever, they could fix that. No. This was some chunky, like, N64, 21 frames per second. Like, it was horrible. And I was just like, oh dang, like, this is not good. So then we had to test it, it was cool that you had a PC and I had the console. So I got some games with him. They didn't go so good. I went and I got some games just with some random people online, and I was like, dude, I don't know. I think it's you. Maybe it's your computer. Don't know yet. And he wasn't unsure. But then he went and he got a console. He got his console back, hooked it up, and like he said, it was just he messaged me in the middle of the freaking, I don't know what the hell. I wasn't even home. He's like, oh my god, bro, I understand. I know what I can be now. I know who I am. I love this game. He was all about it, dude.
Yeah, trust me, the beta on the PC was really putting a negative sour taste in my mind.
We both had negative tastes for different reasons, but we did.
No. You would never hate this game.
Oh, you're right. I would never. Oh, you're right, dude. I think that was just a weird fever bad dream.
We love this game.
We love Sony so much, and
we also love the fact that you don't like PC players, obviously.
Dude, so I was actually gonna kill all the PC players. Like, I was gonna go on like a Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but I was gonna kill all the PC players. That's how much I hate it. I just love Sony. So, but no, let's talk about the game, dude. The game itself. So, I mean, what do you think about? Because DBZ. Okay, just DBFZ player. Emo's a DBFZ player. He's a Dragon Ball player. So am I, a former, very, very long retired. I'm out of the loop. I haven't played competitively. I'll put in quotes, competitively. And it's been some years. Emo is still pretty much he's on the cool down phase of not playing anymore. So, how did you like the game? What do you think of the game, dude?
Finally giving that up, but
yeah. What do you think of the game? Because this man was about it. So yeah, let me know. What do you think?
So I will say though, the inputs are, you have to get used to it. It is. I get it. Well, of course, it's a new fighting game. Different mechanics and all that. But can try to compare it to like DBFZ and all that, because that's also a tag game. The input window to do your tags and to do specials, like it has to, there's precise windows when you can and cannot do that. So it's not completely free. You can do it whenever you want. In neutral, you can do like anytime you want, which is cool.
Yeah,
like normal. So there is that getting used to, like, okay, why isn't my assist coming out and why is this not coming out? It's like there is a timing to it, so it can feel a little bit weird. And also doing like just jump attacks, for me it felt kind of weird, because you could just like, it might not get your jump input and then you might just press like medium, light, or heavy again, and then maybe just because depending on what you did, there are auto combos in the game, which is, for better or worse, it's helpful in the sense not to do combos, in my opinion. It's more in the sense to reposition your character in order for you to land your combos more consistent.
Yeah.
Just like in DBFZ, if you do light, your character automatically snaps to your opponent, so that way you land your combo.
Yeah, that's for sure a thing with the combos. There is for sure, and I know it's not me as much as I would like to blame myself. The input window, like Emo mentioned, the input window is weird, and I know it's weird because I was getting a lot of weird misinputs, and I think it's due in part to negative edge mechanics, and it's also, I think, due to weird the buffer windows, really strange. The timing of the game, the flow of the game is really strange. And also, I think just my pad in general, my PlayStation 5 pad, it's kind of worn out. I did play a lot of Mortal Kombat 1 with that, and I don't really prefer it. I usually use a stick for fighting games and stuff like that, depending. But I definitely felt like there was some weirdness to just getting some weird inputs, and just a lot of negative edge. I was getting a lot of weird stuff like that. So I think it was part beta connectivity, parts just the system of the inputs. So that is for sure a thing with as far as the wonkiness goes. I'm just glad that, because I see a lot of hate for the game as far as mechanics go, and I still think it's way too early. It's way too early to be hating so hard on something we only had 72 hours with. I think it's just people hating just to hate. But they definitely simplified the assist mechanics, because I'll tell you right now, I didn't understand the assist mechanics at all. The first time I played, I just didn't get it. Sure, whatever. Maybe I'm a little slow to figure it out or whatever. But it definitely, it's not just me. It was a weird, janky kind of a system. And they simplified it a lot, but it still has a lot of variance and nuance to it, dude. So it definitely is a little... It takes some familiarizing, and it could be a little, overwhelming for sure. But I think if you, take the time and you just kind of just pick it apart, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. They're doing it. It's really ambitious, I think, with the one button thing, but I think it works for what it is. And then they made the tagging, if you call the assist and then the tag into the character, that was a lot much smoother. It's a lot simpler this time around. I think the game is just a lot smoother in general, which I was happy about. It's not Dragon Ball Fast. A lot of people are anticipating or thinking it's going to be Dragon Ball Fast, but it's not. I think it's kind of it's a step higher, like a notch maybe about higher than Guilty Gear Strive. I think. I don't know. I've never played Grand Blue, so I don't know. I can't use that one as a comparison. But I think it's just a notch higher than Strive. But I think the speed of the game feels good. I hear people talking about the speed of the game. I think it's good. I think any faster would be really, really crazy, especially with all these assists. The game, the connectivity, netcode. I'm happy about netcode, dude. Netcode's really good. For a beta, I think it's good. I think they can only just get better. They can make it better. I think it's good. Like we talked about controls. Controls are still a little weird. I think that's more of just, you gotta adjust, just get used to it and figure out the rhythm of the game. I hope there's an option to, change the windows, input windows. We'll talk about that, but I think overall, I'm pretty happy with the game. I was a little skeptical initially when I first played it this time around, when I played it for this second time around. But I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm actually really, really excited about it. It's creating a lot of buzz. We need that. I think for fighting games, I think especially now, whether it's good buzz, negative buzz, it's buzzing. You know what I mean? It's jumping. The chicken is in the pot and it's cooking. And whether you think it smells good or not, that's up to you. But the chicken is cooking, man. It's cooking. So I'm ready. I think I'm ready for it. What about you?
Yeah, going on with all those points, especially, well, for me, the most important part about the game, to me, is the netcode. The netcode is 100% gonna, make or break the game.
It's good.
And I think they did a good job. I didn't really have much issues, if anything, because so when I was playing the beta, I didn't play for that long on the PlayStation, but I played at least enough to realize, okay, this netcode is good because there was so many times where I was connecting to people and they were on Wi-Fi. Oh,
did you play Wi-Fi players? I avoided the Wi-Fi. So did you play Wi-Fi?
I play a lot of Wi-Fi because I was like, you know what? I just want to get games, right? And I was like, okay, this would be a good chance to experience like how well the netcode is.
Yeah, it's a good chance to just do it too and not have anything to lose. It's like, well, let's see how the Wi-Fi is. Yeah, okay, all right, keep going.
So, and obviously it's a beta, so like the whenever I would initially load, like it was like I was like always on red bar, and I was like, okay, let me wait and give it some time. So it would fluctuate, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, obviously this isn't telling me anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go in. I know they're on Wi-Fi. The connection visually might not be up to par, but in game I'll see for myself. And it felt good. Like whenever if it said it was like a 70 ping, I was like, this kind of does feel like a 70 ping. If it said it was like at 50 ping, it felt like, I generally feel like it was consistent at least. There was very, little like gaps and like fluctuation. It was constantly at where it was, which is a good thing.
Definitely serviceable, like very serviceable, very passable. I'm trying to think of a game, another fighting game that had really solid netcode, like in the most, like let's say the past 5 years, like I know Street Fighter 6 is good, like that's a good one. Oh, the Marvel collection, we've played a lot of Marvel 2, like on the Capcom, the MVC collection. That's really good. Yeah, we've never had any issues with that game, and that was a collection. So those are just Capcom games so far, but I think Capcom is kind of the standard. Other than that, I mean,
they definitely improved. Like I appreciate Capcom, the fact that they improved on their netcode. Yeah, just like it's like night and day versus like over 10 years ago to the past 5 years. Like they stepped up their game, and I appreciate it. Some other fighting games are lagging behind or even got worse, but
man. I honestly can't think of any other games that have like I guess I've never played Grand Blue. I couldn't tell you. Dragon Ball was
Grand Blue
not
has good
it.
connection.
I think I've heard something like that too. Tekken 8 is it could be rough, man. Tekken 8 can be rough. Gosh, man, there's just not too much in the way of like really solid connections these days, and I have pretty good feeling about this one for the connectivity. I think now that we know how we feel about the game, what are you hoping for, like character wise? I still haven't seen the trailer for Cyclops, by the way, but I know it's there. What are you hoping for, like character wise? What are you hoping for, adjustment of mechanics or systems, or online connectivity, lobby? Like what do you hoping for? Anything that you wish they could adjust or fix or change?
I think they're doing a lot right now that is good. So I don't really have many gripes when it comes to like what they could change. Granted, I think they need to on launch, like hopefully they have a little more options when it comes to the controls, like you said, with the negative edge and all that.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah,
remove some of those variances when it comes to inputs,
please.
But like anything I'm looking forward to, I wouldn't say there's specifically anything, because I'm not like the biggest Marvel head. I don't know like every character and all that. So when it comes to like DLC, I'm actually pretty happy with the base roster. Now I know people are
Really?
like, whoa, this is
Really?
a small roster. Like, are you serious? Like, this is not a good starting base. And I get you, but I think there's enough creativity and enough, things in the game to where I can literally, like, I could play Spider-Man and technically I could have 20 teams. Even more, actually, because, I can rearrange everything, right?
That is true. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I could have
That's a good point.
60 Spider-Man teams, by the way. Well, actually, even more, probably. I don't know math like that, but you know what I mean. Like, I can position, like, my characters in different locations and have literally so many variations of a Spider-Man on point, with him, with a bunch of assists.
That is a very, very good point, because it essentially is it's like a 1v1 fighter, but because it's not like Marvel or Dragon Ball, where it's like, oh, this character's dead, now you're forced to play this other character, right?
Yeah.
But it's also not like Tekken Tag either, where it's like, all right, if you lose on this one character, then you lose the round, because if you switch out in Tekken Tag, that character has a full bar of health. This game is like, if you switch out to anybody, it's the same exact bar of health. So in that sense, it's still 1v1. It's always going to be like the 1v1. It's not like there's a few times where like, oh, I'll switch to Magneto and I'll be good. Nope, I've still got like 2%. Like, yeah. And there's a few times where I recognize that and I'm like, dang, this is not like other tag games. So yeah, I think that's what I was trying to tell you, before you played the game. I'm like, I think 20's not too bad, because it's kind of like it's like a 1v1. It really is. But mind you, I had played the game already, you hadn't played the game. But I think it takes like seeing it and feeling it out, and then you're like, oh, I get it, like I understand it now. So yeah, like you said, you could literally play just Spider-Man forever and just have a bunch of you can play all the other DLC characters as assists, whatever, just to have them in. Maybe bring them out every great now and then, do a quick little B&B, and then switch back to Spider-Man in the middle of the combo, and then you're good to go. Now for me, because I focused on mostly mechanics this whole beta. I was just looking like, okay, like what can you do? What's available? How do you do it? What are the variances? I really want to figure out what is possible in this game, and there's still so much out there, and I didn't really focus too much on combos or characters or anything like that. I think the characters are also cool. I would probably switch a couple characters. Like, I don't care too much for like Penny Parker, you know what I mean? I don't really care too much for Miss Marvel. I hope we get like Silver Surfer or something different. But we've already got something. Like, we already got Blade, we already got Carnage, we got Green Goblin. Like, we got some more Spider-Man villain reps, which is badass. But so far, I think that's a good pick with Cyclops, because it's number one, it's an X-Man, but it's not regular Cyclops. It's like Phoenix Force Cyclops, which is super sick. It's already something different. So character front is good. Like you said, I think I'll take whatever. I don't mind too much. It's different. I'm really fixated on the input window, negative edge stuff, release check, whatever you want to call it. I really hope they have that as an option. That's kind of really it for me. I mean, I don't really have too much to complain about. Like, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I mean, that was just kind of the bottom line. I had a lot of fun, and I think I will get this game, the physical donut version that comes in the blue box that doesn't have a digital code, okay? I will get a donut of this game, and I think I'll do it day one. I think I wasn't gonna. I really wasn't gonna, but I think I feel good enough about the game, and I really want to commit to it. And it's been a while since I've committed to a fighting game other than Street Fighter 6, and I am really looking forward to this game. I think it's gonna be badass, dude. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I have high hopes for this game because, like I said, when I played the beta, I had a lot of fun, and there was just a lot to do. Like there's so much and so little time. I felt like, man, I don't know. I need to figure out something. I just need to figure out something quick because I want to get games in. You know, I want to, you know, beat out some pools and just get in there. And I had a really fun time. Now, granted, like I said, if you play on the PC, that's I feel
Yeah,
like
just
if you
buyers
play on the
beware.
PC,
Yeah, buyers beware for sure, for sure.
I understand why this isn't a day one for you. That is why I understand, because I was there. That really made me hesitate. That experience really made me hesitate.
Yeah, it did.
It ran pretty good on the PlayStation. PC, I feel like you might want to wait. You might want to wait just a little bit. Like I say, I don't think it's gonna take them that long, but like a few weeks to a month.
Yeah.
And I feel like by then they probably will have everything solved. But who knows? They might surprise us and day one they put a patch in and it's like PC is good. Forget it. You got a PC, you can play the game, but you know, I get why people were a bit negative when it came to PC.
Yeah, man. I think it'll be good. And then once the game is running and up on its feet, it's only a matter of time before they start throwing in Thanos, where he does a super and he just snaps all your assists out of the game for the whole game. And then the game is going to be fair and balanced and everyone's going to love it. And we're going to have so much fun. And then they're going to allow him at all the tournaments. I can't wait, dude. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so glorious.